Hello everybody, Anthony Navarro here with Colorado Shooting Sports. I'd like to talk to you today about Horton Knives and Culberson Leatherworks. They actually make custom products for us. This is the Horton Necker knife, and it's an extremely thick blade. And it's got a meteorite finish is what he calls it. It's flat on one side, ground on just one, and I got one of these from him about a year ago, and I quite literally have never used a knife as much as I use the one I have now. But this is a very, very tough knife. It's also paracord wrapped. And so Horton Knives makes the knife, and Culberson Leatherworks, Josh over there, makes these. And obviously you can put some paracord through there and actually use it as a neck knife. You can take the loop off and do that. I prefer to leave the loop on, and the way I carry mine is I actually carry two knives. I highly recommend, if you're going to carry a gun, to carry two, and I highly recommend if you're going to carry a knife to carry two, because you don't get to choose which side your fight is initiated on. So on the right side, I like to carry a curved knife. They're very effective for what they do, and so I really like them. But on my non-dominant side, I can actually come across and draw it straight out, or I can actually come back in and I can draw it in an offensive grip. Or if you think about it, if I'm driving in a car and somebody starts reaching into my driver's side window, I can actually, make it look like I'm attempting to get my keys, and come straight across and actually pull that offending limb in and actually go right for that brachial artery, that brachial nerve. So there's so many different ways you can draw these. This one is about a year old, and the new ones are a little bit thicker. But I'm telling you, I've actually taken this and pounded it through the hood of a bus before over at the police range, and then used a 2x4 to bash it back out of the car, and you cannot tell that I've done that. Very, very effective knives. I like the fact that I can get from an offensive grip right down to a defensive grip very quickly, and it just wants to stay in my hands very, very nicely. So I can also, because it's nice and small, I can actually do what I need to do and actually use a handgun and the knife at the same time if I really need to. One of the things that people will mention is that it's a fairly small knife, but here's the problem I found in my experience. I found really awesome knives that just looked cool. They were very beefy and tough, but even the knife that's this big, I'm more likely to leave that at home. This one, it's nice and small. I carry it wherever I go, and it's going to be there when I need it. It's tough enough to do what I need it to do. So again, I find that I'm more likely to carry it because it is smaller. But even with that said, I can get nice and deep chest penetrations. I can get to arterial depth with this thing, and I don't have to worry about it snapping. So I'm a big fan of it, and really like it. Going back to the sheaths, this is some really high quality Kydex. He's done a really great job with these over at Culberson Leatherworks. Really like it, and if I can just kind of stand up again and kind of show you how this works. Basically, it just basically has like a little loop right here, and you can lay it flat, you can bring it up more. Heck, if you really want to be concealable, more concealed, you can actually tuck it into the belt. And I'll be the first to tell you, I've tested it out going through a metal detector at the courthouse, and it works just fine. So it's one of those things that just throwing it out there. But I'm a big fan of these. You can pick these up at Horton Knives. You can contact Josh Culberson about the sheaths. I'm going to be doing a review on a sheath he's making for the LCR shortly, and you can pick these up at Colorado Shooting Sports. We don't have them on the website, so give us a call, and they are phenomenal knives. I'll show you some different ones here. This one is a black paracord wrap and a slightly different tip. And this one, again, kind of more like this tip, and they're just built like railroad spikes. Absolutely phenomenal knives. And because each of these holsters, these sheaths, are custom made to the knife, Now that I pulled them all out, I actually have to find which one they go to because they're literally that custom. Again, check them out. Give us a call, Colorado Shooting Sports, 970-395-0664.